Father Kevin Robinson is a priest in New Jersey. He's thought a lot about the Bill of Rights. He's suing Governor Murphy to try and make this America again. Father Robinson joins us tonight. Father Robinson, thanks so much for coming on. So explain, if you will, the grounds on which you're suing the governor of New Jersey.
Well, the First and the 14th Amendment of the Constitution and the natural justice, the natural law that gives the people the right to worship God as he wishes to be worshipped. And it's just common sense that we should be able to worship God as he desires, and we need that worship of God. There's so many suicides prevented from the counseling and confession and the Catholic sacraments. It's a life-saving business that we're in.
I think you're exactly right. Now, I can tell by your accent that you probably didn't grow up in New Jersey. You probably came here from abroad. And when you came here...
I came from Australia, yes.
From Australia. You must have
Yes.
assumed, because all immigrants, I think, certainly used to learn that this was a country governed by the Bill of Rights and the primary freedoms we have, freedom of speech, freedom of worship. Were you surprised to see it taken away so quickly?
Well, yes, so quickly. In March of this year, it's totally different from before. This country that I have adopted, I became a citizen 2 years ago. And the patron saint of our society, St. Pius X, who 100 years ago gave great promise that responsible liberty of America will do great things for the glory of God. So I'm proud to be an American.
Amen. Well, we're grateful to have you. What do your parishioners think of what you're doing?
Well, they're very pleased with the effort to try and bring some little bit of holy pressure that the governor will do the right thing and allow us simply to open up. See, I live in Connecticut but drive to New Jersey every weekend. In Connecticut and in Pennsylvania, we actually have 50 people allowed at masses. So from 2, we now have 6 masses every Sunday, keeping all the sanitary situation and distancing. And we have 6 instead of 2 masses, and people are very grateful. We cannot do that in New Jersey. There was a secret order that only 10 people could gather. And even then, until he corrected that with this executive order number 142, even the 10 people, the police could come and interrupt and disperse. So completely unjust.
As far as I know, there are no restrictions at all on abortion clinics in New Jersey. How does that make you feel?
There's one 4 miles away from, yes, a few miles from our church. You can actually book in for an abortion, a life-ending procedure. And we're doing life-sustaining worship, counseling, and outreach to the community. So
I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable position asking this, but I can't resist. When we had Governor Murphy on the show, and we asked him the obvious question: how can you shut down religious worship in a country in which it's guaranteed? And he said religious leaders in New Jersey welcomed this. And I'm wondering why it's fallen to you, an Australian immigrant priest, to sound the alarm. Again, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but what is this?
No. I'll give you a simple answer. We are a group of Catholics under the Pope through the Superior General of our priestly society of St. Pius X. So we're missionaries, and I've been to 25 countries, China included, and India, giving the traditional Latin Mass, Catholic sacraments. We respect the local bishops, but we also know the limits of their jurisdiction. Just as the governor has the limits of his jurisdiction, so the bishops. So there's no other Catholic priest in good standing in New Jersey that our lawyer knows about. I'm talking about the Christopher Ferrara, who's special counsel for the Society of St. Thomas More Society, who's taking on this cause. There's no other priest he could find who'd be willing to do this and even offer a public mass if the bishops didn't want it.
Well,
we're allowed because we're a missionary order.
Well, I'm glad that you're standing up and being counted. Americans have a constitutional right to worship their God, period. So, Father Robinson, thank you for standing up for that right in this country. I really appreciate it.
What you do for the country as well. Your style and your content. It's wonderful.
This is not a tough one. Good to see you.
God bless you. Thank you for everything you do.